Hi there. I want to thank you for purchasing the LinkedIn lead generation system. As I probably mentioned to you on the telephone, part of that system is creating a Google Drive folder for you to communicate and fill out the information we need from our clients to properly implement the system. The first thing you're going to do is go to this file, the LinkedIn Leads Client Intake Information Done For You program file. Double click on it, and you're going to replace all your information with the information from the information you have here on the file. One of the biggest things I see people they don't do properly though is they don't put their LinkedIn password as far as their email address they use to log into LinkedIn and their password over here. So make sure you please do that. This is your LinkedIn profile address, and the way you do that is simply go to your Me icon, view profile, and then I'll take you to this here, and this is your LinkedIn profile address. The next thing you're going to do once that's done is go to the key phrase filters locations job title file. In here, you're going to put your calendar booking link if you have one already. If you don't have one, we'll help you set up a Meetingbird link, the one you probably use to connect and contact me in the first place. I find also a good thing to do is to put in your mobile phone number and for us to communicate by text as well, and also your Skype ID. So I was going to add this Skype ID. Mine is Tone-A-Tronic. The reason we want to have you put your Skype ID is that when we go to Skype, we create a Skype three-way group chat, and when we have somebody who wants to speak to you, we'll put in the Skype address of their Skype address, and then you'll go to that person's address on Skype or on LinkedIn, I should say, and go right to the conversation. So it's very, very important we have a Skype three-way chat with yourself, myself, and your team lead. Also, I want you to keep track of how many connections you have on this file. So initially, when you start the program with us, please put in the number of connections you have on LinkedIn. The way you do that is go to your LinkedIn program, go to My Network, and then on the left-hand side, you can see connections, and then you should see how many connections you have on LinkedIn. Here's how many I have right now, 17,922. So it's very important you track that for yourself to make sure we're getting connections on a regular basis. Next thing you're going to do is watch this creating a search string MP4 video. Double click on it and watch it. Creating a search string is very, very simple. It's doing a search for a certain key phrase like business owner on LinkedIn and then applying all the filters. After you've done that, you'll have a website address in the website address bar, and that is the actual search string. And you'll put that onto the page here. For instance, here's one from one of my clients who is in the agriculture farming business. Here's the whole search string. And then he recorded the key phrase he was using. In this case, it was agronomy, second and third degree connections within the farming industry and in Canada, and between companies between 1 to 500 in size, and how many results the search string produced. Usually we want search strings that will produce anywhere upwards and close to 1,000 results, just to save time on our side. And you're going to put about a dozen in here one after the other. So one search string here, one search string here, so on and so forth, until you have approximately a dozen. This is so we get you right in front of exactly who you want to be in front of as far as your target market. The next thing on the key phrases, filters, locations, job titles file, you're going to edit these first two messages. This is your initial connection message, and this is called shortcode, which picks up the person's first name from their profile. You don't want to make these messages the first connection message or the connection message and then the first follow-up message salesy. We've all been in that situation before where someone sent you a connection on LinkedIn and the very second you accepted it, they try to sell you something. You absolutely don't want to do that. You won't get any engagement and you won't make any sales. Here is the first follow-up message. Once again, you want to keep the message spirit the same, and I'll go over that with you within your program. Once again, don't make them salesy at all. You don't want to sell on the first two messages at all. My program is much different than any other LinkedIn lead generation program out there. It's more about creating relationships, so I call it relationship marketing, and it's very, very important you do it exactly that way. The next thing you're going to do is look at the custom avatar workbook PDF and Sales Navigator LinkedIn PDF, as you'll be purchasing the Sales Navigator premium membership of LinkedIn for your program. The reason we do that is because it has the most advanced and the highest range of filters, so you can really target that minutia, fine minutia on LinkedIn that allows you to get the people who you want to talk to exactly in front of you. The next file you're going to edit is the conversations file, and the conversations file is basically the workflow. This message over here is normally the first follow-up message, the same message over here, and then afterwards we want to slowly warm up the people who you're speaking with and maybe do the ask as far as, are you interested in our services, after the fourth or fifth message. Trust me, I've been doing this 5 years. Any sooner and people won't communicate with you. You know the old saying that people won't care how much you know until they know how much you care? Nothing could be truer on LinkedIn. If you want to have people actually engage with you, then you need to follow this workflow. And these messages are done in such a way that people will actually engage with you. So these initial messages for column 2 or line 2 are the ones where people haven't said anything back to you yet. And we'll keep on sending these messages to them. And then if they do respond to you, these messages come in. So you need to help us by letting my team know exactly what you think you would say to somebody if you were talking to the person in person. For instance, going to a networking meeting and you meet someone right away, you're going to say, "Hi, my name's so-and-so. What's your name? What do you do? How's business going? What's happening in your business? What challenges are you facing?" Those kind of things. You're not going to say to somebody, "Hi, my name's Alan Fine, and we'd like to buy my services." So I think you got the idea here. Very, very important. As well as these two messages can't do it, but the messages afterwards, you could put something in here for my team, like putting in brackets, "I see on your LinkedIn profile." So you can put things in brackets for my team so that when they go on someone's profile, because all this is done manually, when they go on your profile or the person's profile they're sending a message to, they can pick up little things on their profile. For instance, on my profile, it would be, I see on your profile it says you're a LinkedIn lead generation expert, and people call you the LinkedIn wizard. That's great. And then go on with the rest of the message. So we can really customize these messages for you and with you. Of course, I'll go on them afterwards, and you can put in a couple of different things. Don't make it too complicated, because once again, this is being done manually by my team, and we want to have them take their time actually messaging as many people as possible, as opposed to having to go on each person's profile and picking out multiple pieces of information off their profile to put in these messages. I would do one per message max. And that's it. I want to once again welcome you to the program. And if you have any questions about this, don't hesitate to email me. Thank you.